Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this. And I apologise for this one because this is the setup of this video, if you will, because I don't feel too well at the moment. But if you've been living under a rock, you probably haven't heard of the OUYA or the OUYA, whatever the hell they've decided to call it, a new kind of video game console. I'll leave a link to it in the description if you want to go and back it. But it is a Kickstarter project that's currently raised $3,718,000 with 29,000 backers. So if you don't know what the website does, you pledge money to it and you become a backer, and then if you pledge a certain amount of money, they will send you the product, vice versa. You can go work it out. But essentially what they've developed or created is a prototype for a console, a new console that costs $99, that plays on a big HD TV, that anyone can develop for, and it's not open source, but it's hackable and it's all this kind of stuff, so you can expect games. Because like they say in the video that the console market is really closed to indie developers, and to which it is. So for this, they can develop heaps of indie games and all that kind of great stuff that people love to play. My problem is that I think it'll flop and flop hard, and I'll tell you why. It's because, first of all, they welcome hackers. I'll just read you what it says. Have at it. It's easy to root. Yes, root. An Australian would find that funny. Everything opens with standard screws. Hardware hackers can create their own peripherals and connect via USB or Bluetooth. You want our hardware design? Let us know. We might just give it to you. Surprises. With that, you pretty much make everything superfluous software side, and you completely remove any chance of ever getting big support from your Activisions, your EAs, your THQs, and so forth, so on, because they don't want their shit pirated. And not only that, but apparently you have to have some part of your game that's free to be able to actually be on the OUYA, I can't remember, I don't know how to pronounce it, which is pretty good. I like that. But essentially what it is, to me, it's a glorified iPhone that you can play on the TV. And that's not bad. That's not bad at all, because I fucking hate touchscreen games, but then I also hate iPhone games. So essentially, if you buy it, it would definitely be worth it. But I can't see it being supported with software for too long. I think people get bored of it. Not enough people will buy it. But I think it would be perfect if you like iPhone games, or you like iPad games, or smartphone games, or Flash games even. You could play it on a TV. But again, I think there are ways to actually put an iPhone or iPad, or especially a computer with Flash games on a TV. So again, I think it's it's hitting a market that doesn't really exist. I mean, in reality, there is no space for a new console at all. I mean, Apple couldn't do it, I don't think. Sorry, Apple could do it because they have a bunch of pretentious art student fanboys, so they'd probably buy it. But, I don't think there's any room between the Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and the Nintendo. I don't think there's any room. But it's priced well for, $99. The controller looks absolutely terrible. It looks flat. It looks like an Xbox controller. Anyway, go click on the link and have a check it out. But, I'm not interested in it because, like I said, I think that they've it's cool what they're doing. I definitely agree that the Xbox and PlayStation are closed if you're an indie developer. And I mean, what do indie developers make? PC games only. So if you don't like PC games, you're not going to be able to play indie games. But now you can play them on console when this launches. I don't know when it's going to launch actually. But making it easily hackable, they've completely made the software kind of superfluous in a way, because there's no market there. So that means that there will be no, big guys to help it along. But, they're probably not trying to do that. They're probably not trying to get EA or Activision or any of that on board. They're just trying to make it like they are. So essentially, I think what you're paying is $99 for a piece of hardware that will play Flash-like games that you can experience for free online, or iPhone-type games. But then it has got quite a bit of hardware. And it's got 1 gigabyte of RAM, which is more than the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3, because they both have 512, I think. Actually, no, the PlayStation 3... No, I'm pretty confident they both have 512 megabytes, but then RAM's not very important in a console because you're not doing multiple tasking, so you're only playing video games, essentially. It's got Tegra 3 quad-core processor. Tegra 3, I have no idea what that means. 8 gigabyte of internal flash storage, which you might think is not a lot, but then you can put... I'm assuming it's got one USB port that you can put a hard drive into and play shit off that, I'm assuming. Built-in Wi-Fi as well. They've also promised TV kind of stuff, which I'll believe when I see it. It's also, where are we here? It's also running on Android software. So if you have an Android phone, maybe you might get special things if you can plug it in. I don't know how it's going to work. But essentially, like I said, I just think you're paying $99 for a console that can play Flash and iPhone games. So yeah, go check out the link, back it if you want. I think if you put $99 towards it, you get, where is it here? Pledge $99 or more. Get the OUYA console and controller. There you go. So you get that as well. Also, you can, but if you're outside the US, you have to put another $20 in, which is fair enough. But again, I don't think it'll. I think it'll work. Like I said, I think it's hitting a market that does not exist. But I'll see. I'll happily be proved wrong because I'm a fan of people creating games and indie games and like those special games that people. But all the latest indie games have been complete shit for me. Like I hate Angry Birds. I hate what's that other iPhone game? I can't remember now. And I hate Minecraft, and they're pretty much the biggest two of this past couple of years. Can't really think of any other ones, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. But again, I won't be getting it. It doesn't appeal to me. So let me know if it appeals to you and why. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Au revoir.